Remember being in the first grade, Billy Glad was in there with me, and Nellie sent me a list of all the kids that were in the first grade. I couldn't remember them, but Miss Gwynn was our teacher, and I remember memorizing a poem, a little poem that was in our reader, and the teacher made me read it backwards.
Why?
So she was sure I'd know the words.
Oh. Because you'd memorized it,
I'd
so make
memorized
sure you were
them.
reading. Okay.
Yeah, and so.
Did you?
Yeah.
Remember the poem?
No, don't remember the poem, but something about a little pony. I remember my uncle died, and somebody came to school and got Billy and me. We went to Grandma's house. It was the first grade. In the fourth grade, I remember, got a paddling. Billy caused me to get to paddling because he changed all my spelling words. Not all of them, but he changed enough because the teacher had said if you miss, say, 4 words, you're going to get a paddling. And we had to trade papers to grade them, check them, and Billy messed mine up, made him wrong, and I got the paddling. I haven't let Billy forget it either. He says he has. But, oh, silly stuff. There's no point in going on. I just remember a spelling bee. And I didn't know how to spell lightning, and I was scared to death it wasn't going to get spelled before they got to me. But it got spelled. I knew the rest of them, but I didn't know that one.
You remember how to spell it now?
Lightning.
Lighthen?
T-N.
Oh, okay.
Can't mess me up on that one. Oh, and by the way, in the first grade, I could write my full name, Georgia Ruth Shackleford.
Not printed?
Not printed, written.
Mm.
Of course, I was all over the page doing it, but I got it down.
What were your favorite subjects in school?
I liked biology in high school and chemistry and literature, I guess. Just had the basics because we didn't have any teachers. But
Basics because you didn't have any teachers?
well, we had, it was during the war, and teachers were leaving to get better jobs.
Mm.
And it was hard to replace them. And I remember English teacher, she just could not pronounce words at all. She'd call on me to pronounce the words, and I'd take a crack at it. But I did make, most of the time I made pretty good grades. Sometimes I didn't.
Where did you finish in your class?
Second, yes. Class wasn't very big, you know.
Okay.
Oh.
How many were in your graduating class? 3?
12 or 14. 12 or 14, something like that. We only had 2 boys left in our class. And one was killed by a sniper during the war, and the other one was drowned. He fell from the ship he was on and was drowned.
The 2 guys that were in your high school graduating class did go to the war. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying? What year did you graduate?
1912. So anyway, yeah. That was sad.
Yeah.
So many kids quit school. I mean, we started out one of the biggest classes, and one by one.
Why did they quit?
I don't know why they quit. One girl, I remember, quit to get married. And they just, I don't know, they quit school. There wasn't any work for them. Unless, I guess some of them later on thought maybe they could go get a job in a defense plant or something, but a lot of them dropped out as soon as they reached, I don't know whether the age was 16 back then or not. They just quit going to school. Guess they thought they'd learned enough. I don't know.
Well, your father, was Grandpa a teacher there or what?
No, he hadn't taught for several years by then. Oh, politics. He lost his job of teaching because of politics, so we were very, very poor. His income was $25 a month when I was in high school. And nobody knows what poor is, but the people that grew up around us, they all knew. And of course, in the summertime, he would work the garden and sell corn and sell anything he could. We raised enough to eat. And Aunt Eddie either gave, Francis and Grace would give me clothes. Aunt Eddie made me a dress one time. I learned to sew and was able to sew a few things together. And got through school. Most embarrassing moment was when my shoes got wet on the way home from school. I set them in the oven to dry them out, and Daddy forgot and built a fire, and the oven got hot, and the shoes turned up like this. And I didn't have any shoes to wear to school the next day. I've forgotten what they were like, but it was a very warm day, and I wore a pair of galoshes over my shoes all day because I was ashamed of them. To get a new pair of shoes was
it was a big deal.
Sheer luxury.
What grade was that in?
I don't remember what grade it was. Probably about 7th. 6th or 7th, somewhere along in there. We went to a little 4-room school through the 4th grade, which was located closer to downtown Meadowbridge. And after that, we had to go up to the high school from the 5th grade on. We were in one building. And they started junior high. So I was in junior high when I got to 7th grade. I was in junior high. Big deal. One of the teachers, somebody said, they had junior high when you were growing up? Yes, they did. So that's about enough.